Hey you guys, Dennis here. In this video we will be going over the fourth and fifth steps of the problem solving process. The purpose of steps 4 and 5 is for you and your team to create and utilize criteria in order to select the best solution for your team to implement in your action plan. As stated in previous videos, there will be a total of either 8 or 16 solutions, depending on whether you write as an individual or on a team. With so many solutions, how do you possibly choose the best one to implement in your action plan? This is where your criteria come in. In order to select your best solution, you want to include your superlatives, otherwise known as your ST words, such as least, most, greatest, fewest, and so on. You also want to make sure you address only one concern with each criterion. It is important to avoid the use of "and" when writing your step 4. Lastly, you want to make sure you structure your criterion in question format. The simplest way to structure your criterion in question format is to start off each criterion with the phrase, "which solution will." As you can see, step 4 is similar to step 3 in the fact that you are saying that the solution will do something, not could possibly do something. You use the term will because you want to show that whatever solution you implement for your step 6 creates a noticeable impact. Criteria are ranked in one of 3 categories: generic, modified, or advanced. The best way to ensure that your criteria receives advanced ranking is by incorporating aspects of your underlying problem, such as the key verb phrase or purpose. Examples of criterion will be shown shortly. No matter if you write as an individual or in a team, you will have to create a total of 5 criterions. While this may seem like a lot at first, step 4 is capable of being completed if you simply remember the acronym CHARTS. CHARTS stands for cost efficient, humane, effectiveness, reliability, time efficient, and sustainability. Now I know that effectiveness is spelled with an E rather than an A. This is just an easy way to remember the different areas in which you are to cover in step 4. Here we have some examples of possible criterion for the future scene about the family in the shoe. Which solution will provide the most financial support for the old woman and her family? As you can see, this criterion includes its superlative, most, and could be classified as either cost efficient or reliability. A second example is, which solution will best assist the long-term needs of the woman while raising her children? Here our superlative is best, and the criterion would fall under the category of effectiveness or sustainability. This example would most likely receive an advanced ranking as it relates back to the key verb phrase, which was to assist the old woman while she raised her children. After you have created your 5 criterions, it is now time to utilize these criterions in order to select your best solution for your step 6 action plan. You and your team will use each of the criterion you have created and rank the solutions on a scale from 1 to 8, with 8 being the best and 1 being your least best. This grid is how you will evaluate your solutions based off of all 5 criterions you have created in step 4. Notice that there is a column on the far right titled Total. After you have ranked your solutions from 1 to 8 in each of the 5 columns, you will add everything together, and the solution with the highest total will be the solution that you will use in your step 6 action plan. Let's say the first criterion used for evaluation revolves around the cost effectiveness of the solution. For this grid, it has been determined that solution 1 is the least cost efficient, while solution 8 is the most cost efficient. Now let's say that the second criterion revolves around the humaneness of the solution. Similar to the previous column, it has been determined that solution 1 is the least humane, while solution 8 is the most humane. You now repeat this process until the entire grid is filled in. If this was your grid, you would choose solution 8 for your action plan, as it has received the highest total score, an overall score of 40. When you add the total scores of all 8 solutions, you should have a grand total of 180. If you are an individual, your grand total will only be 75, as you only evaluate 5 solutions within the grid. If you do not obtain these numbers as a grand total, there has been an error made when performing your calculations. As mentioned numerous times throughout the video, the solution that receives the highest score in the grid will be the solution implemented in your Step 6 action plan. It is important to seriously evaluate solutions with respect to your criterion. Do not simply manipulate or fudge your data so that your favorite solution wins, because your favorite solution is not always the best one to use. In the next video, we will go over Step 6, the action plan, which is the final step in the problem-solving process.